Hello everyone, welcome back to Let It Cook today. Chili oil, this stuff is really addictive. For this, we need a bit of black rice vinegar, a piece of ginger, a piece of galangal, and chili flakes. These are coriander roots. Sesame oil, peanut oil, sesame seeds, star anise, garlic, a lime, and 2 shallots. You probably know the chili oil that's often left out on the table in Asian restaurants, sometimes looking a bit old. I'm always hesitant to use it because I never know how long it's actually been sitting there, but it does last a long time. Today I'll show you a trick to make it last so you can use it again and again. So first, galangal and ginger. For those who don't know galangal, it looks a bit similar to ginger, but it has a fresher taste and is a bit more lemony. And here I have just a regular ginger and the 2 shallots. You can just slice it with the skin on because we only want to use it to flavor the oil, and we'll take the ingredients out afterwards. So just slice the ginger, then the galangal, then onion or the shallot. You can also use a red onion. If you don't have a shallot, you can just slice it with the skin on. It's not crucial for this recipe since we'll filter everything out later. But still remove the really woody parts. Okay, and now take the star anise and just hit it once with the knife so that it breaks up a little. And now come these coriander stems. If you haven't seen them yet, when you buy coriander at the Asian store, they're always still attached so it stays fresh longer. And I actually saw this once in Thailand, and it gives an amazing aroma. They never throw them away. Instead, they just chop them up a bit. And that releases the essential oils, which they use to flavor the oil. So that was actually all of our preparation. Now you pour in a little splash, let it heat up briefly. To test if the oil is hot, just take any piece and throw it in here. And if it starts to sizzle nicely, it's still a bit too cold. Now then we can get started. Okay, wonderful. Now it's bubbling nicely. Now you add all the root vegetables. So, carefully. The oil is extremely hot now. Put all of that in as well. And now we're frying it in this oil with the spices. Really nice. Comes out completely yellow. That smells great. Why add it to the oil now instead of the chili oil later? There's a reason for that. If we have the garlic, onions, and those things in the oil will spoil much faster. We're just infusing the oil with flavor before pouring it over the chili flakes. That means we've got the right strength in the oil, but we can keep the oil for a long time. Yeah, that's the trick. If you add everything in, the oil just won't last as long. Yeah, then you can only use it for about a week or so. And if you do it the way I'm showing you right now, then you can definitely use it for a month. Yeah, once it starts to brown a little, we can add the garlic. Of course, it's a bit smaller. You have to be careful that it doesn't get too dark, otherwise it'll turn bitter. Yeah, so let it fry a little and now add all this garlic. It's quite a lot, but it's also a main ingredient. Yeah, I think that was 8, 10 or so. And now we let it saute nicely. We can add a splash of oil. You can now add a bit of salt to the base immediately. And a little bit of brown sugar. Let it caramelize nicely. You can already see everything is turning a nice golden yellow now. And now, when the garlic starts to turn brown, that's when we're ready. Yes, it's a nice golden yellow now, not too dark. That's what I just said. Otherwise, the oil will turn bitter. Yes, when it all looks like this, you just pass it through a fine sieve. And let it drain really well. Yes? Scrape it out really well. And then squeeze it out really well. Yes, because of course there's a lot of flavor in that little bit of oil. So every drop left is pure gold. That's right. Take your time and squeeze it really dry. Yes? The way that smells, it's fantastic. I'm telling you, you're probably wondering now, what is he doing with the lime and what's the rice vinegar for? I just wanted to show you how you can refine the chili oil even more. So, we're making the basic version now and we'll pour it into a bottle. And when you serve it, it's awesome if you add a bit of fresh lime juice on top. A little rice vinegar and chopped fresh cilantro make it really fresh and tasty. So this is it now. Nicely squeezed out. We can discard that. Now I'll add the rest of the oil. Let it heat up. I'll save myself a sip. If it gets too hot, we can add a little bit of cold oil so it doesn't boil too much. Yeah, and now we just let it come to a simmer again and get really hot. Now I'm adding these chili flakes. Yeah, it's a bit important which ones you buy. Turkish store options aren't very spicy, so they're good if you prefer mild flavors. Asian store versions are usually much hotter. I chose the Asian ones this time. Let's add them all here. And what we're also adding now is the sesame seeds. The sesame seeds aren't roasted yet, but with the hot oil, they'll roast on their own. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, maybe that's a bit too much. Stir it well. You should never add the sesame oil together with the other oil. Yeah, because it becomes bitter very quickly, and above all, it loses its incredibly delicate flavor. We always add that to our finished mixture at the very end to give it some extra flavor. Now I'll add a splash of it to the little pieces. Just so I can even out the temperature a bit and it doesn't get too hot, yeah? And now I'll let the rest get hot. I still need that oil. While the oil is heating up, don't forget, my dears, leave a like, comment a lot, and tell your friends about us. That would really help us out. If you want, you can become a channel member and support us directly. We would be especially grateful for that, and it would make us really happy. And in the winter, there will be a nice giveaway again. So take a look at the channel membership up here. I'll put a little stick in there to see how hot the oil is. Yeah, you can see that's still too cold. It should really start bubbling. When we pour it over in a moment, that's what should happen. The oils or the flavors from the chili should be released immediately, but also cool down right away, not get too hot. Otherwise, the chili will burn and turn bitter. Okay, now it should be right. And now we stir this in really hot. You can already see it should foam up when it goes in. Yeah, that's exactly how it's good. Everything in. Now it's all dissolving. That smells great. Okay. Finally, stir in the sesame oil after it cools slightly, all of it. Yeah, don't let it cook anymore now. Stir in the sesame oil. We can start filling it now. I'll handle it in the back since pouring from the pot could get messy. I'll go to the sink for that. We're done. Here it is, filled up. See, that's a lot of chili. I'll quickly show you how we finish it for serving. Yes, so you can just keep it like this now. It'll last a few months. Really no problem. And now we take fresh coriander, just pluck a bit off the stems. That's the one where we removed the roots before, but we still have the leaves left. You could also pluck them beforehand and add these stems to your base as well. Yeah, that would have been smart of me, but unfortunately I wasn't that clever. Just chop that up roughly. And coriander is really polarizing. Some people don't like it at all because they think it tastes soapy. For me, it's an essential part of Asian cuisine. I just think the taste is really delicious. But I also like it as it is, everything about it. Okay, not too finely, just add it like that. Now always shake the oil well first, so that all the flakes dissolve. Now we don't just want the oil on top. Pour a splash on top, that's enough for one serving. Now add a bit of the black rice vinegar. You can get that at the Asian store, but you can just as well use regular vinegar. Then I'll cut a very, very thin slice of lime here. As thin as you can manage. It shouldn't be much since it's very strong in flavor. It adds great freshness, and now we'll chop it very fine. You can also use a fine grater if available. As fine as you can, add that as well. And a small splash of fresh lime juice. Now give it a stir, and now you can see it looks much nicer when there's something fresh floating in it. And that's how you can make this to go with your Asian dish. It goes great with fried noodles or fried rice, or even other Korean specialties. You can just drizzle a bit of it over the top. You can marinate your fried chicken with it. You can do all sorts of things with it. It's really a secret weapon, and once you've made it, it'll always have a place in your kitchen. I always keep a bottle in the fridge. Let me try to see if it turned out well, and if it's properly spicy. Oh, that's got some kick. My friends, enjoy your meal and have fun cooking it yourself. See you soon at DITK UK. Take care. Bye.